minutes per individual speaker. That's 5 minutes per individual speaker. Okay. Anyone have anything to comment regarding the agenda?
I'd like to speak.
And your name?
My name is Cynthia Strickland.
Okay.
My resume was submitted to the Titusville Leisure Services Commission. I was asked to. In today's paper, there was no explanation why I wasn't acknowledged for having done that. So I called 3 commissioners this morning. Commission members, I guess I should call them, I'm sorry. And I asked each of them if my resume was reviewed, and if so, why I didn't at least get a call acknowledging that my resume had been submitted. It seemed from the paper that they only had a few, so I'm not asking a lot. I was asked to submit it, so I thought that would be a courtesy at least. Quickly, I'd like to state that I have a bachelor's degree in economics, have an associate degree in communications, and an associate degree in business information systems. I'd like to hit the points that were in the newspaper today because I do feel I'm qualified. I am retired from the University of Pittsburgh at Titusville, and I feel I am a patient and kind person. It seemed in there that one of the criteria that was very important was that I be able to mentor a person. As far as business experience, I am a partner in my husband's business. I have completed computer financial business reports and submitted them to the IRS yearly for at least the last 10 years. In my cover letter, I stated I was experienced in QuickBooks. I helped write a 501c3, a public charity through the IRS, and that includes in analyzing the past 5 years of the financials and submitting that to the IRS. So I do think I have a background in financials. And we were granted this 501(c)(3), and I've also submitted 2 grants, which I stated in my resume, and since I stated that, they have been approved. I wanted to know how my resume compared to Mr. Smith's. I do have 21 years plus of computer experience, a bachelor's degree, and experience in grant writing. I understand that grant writing is very important because they want the commission self-sustaining. I feel I have a right to ask these questions and come to this meeting tonight because I have resided in the city of Titusville. I do reside in the city of Titusville. I have for 42 years, and I am a taxpayer. My response that I got from the 3 people I called, one said they went in another direction and considered personality in the decision. So I asked if they knew me so that they could judge my personality. The answer was no. Member number 2, they said they were too busy to remember the small details and the commission was in a hurry to get it done. Member number 3 said the commission didn't need to advertise, interview, etc. They had every right to hire who they wanted, period. Today's paper states that no vote was taken, but the director has already started working, and this has been confirmed. How does this happen? They specifically stated, this member specifically stated to me that there was no need to take a vote tonight. It was a done deal, and the newspaper was wrong. Now I also want to state that I have one commission member who told me they found the whole process disgusting and they voiced that opinion to me. I say thank you for standing up for the citizens of Titusville. The other 3 members, I didn't know how to contact them. And I have to be truthful, I don't know how they stand on it. My question to the commission is, do you really feel this is the way the city should operate? Can you look each of us taxpayers in the eye and tell us you did your very best and that it was a fair, ethical process? That's my question to you.
Okay. We'll be glad to send a letter from the commission to you telling you why we decided what we did. We don't have to do it right here at Polk.
Okay. Did you complete your questions, Cynthia, I mean?
You're not going to discuss it with me then? I just get a letter?
Okay, you have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes per individual speaker.
So I'm done?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
correct. Is
Yeah,
there
I'll
anyone
speak
else?
next. Mike Podensky. Most of you know me. And this is nothing personal against John Smith. I know John Smith a long time. Back in the old days of Tyco. But no matter what you do, the whole thing, whether it's upright or not, it certainly smells. Now, Kyle Minion, my question is, who's the director? Who's going to be the director? Or who are you thinking about putting in as director? Isn't Kyle the director? Huh?
Kyle is the assistant director.
But he was right. He was operating as a director.
We put him in as the director.
And why can't he stay as that?
Because, just wait, I'm going to stop you right there, Mike. I'm going to respect you, you're going to respect me.
Hey, don't get loud with me.
I'm going to respect you,
Well,
you're
I'm
going to
just
respect me.
asking
I'm
you a
going to tell you,
question.
stop. You do not know the process. Kyle was frustrated. He came to us, he was overwhelmed. He says, I cannot do it anymore. I can't, he was in as assistant director. We asked him when Mike left if he could fill that position. He said he could, and he thought he could, but he was too overwhelmed. He said,
Well-
I'm answering your question. All I want to do is to go back to what I was doing prior. And that was the assistant in handling the parks and,
No.
sports and,
It's my understanding, I don't know if that's what was said from Kyle. Now, my question is, Kyle's a 4-year degree in Parks and Recreation, I guess. About time we get a young guy in here, start, hey, you hire John to help him? I got no problem with that. You hire somebody to help him. But here's John, a retired guy. Why should he come in as the head guy?
wait a minute, what am I missing here? Your problem is what again, Mike?
The Kyle should be the director.
He doesn't
Oh,
want to be.
Huh?
okay.
He doesn't want to do it.
He
Well, do you, Kyle?
I asked for help. I needed help in here, and whatever they
I
decided.
mean, Ed Myers always had a secretary. Jamie Beachy had a secretary. I think that's what he's looking
I
at.
think that what we found out as a commission from day one, way back in the spring during this hiring process, this is definitely a two-person operation. Ed Meyer days are gone. Ed Meyer couldn't do this by himself right now either. But to have a director and a secretary is not enough. We need 2 people. Kyle was brought in to be the assistant director. He did that very well. Unfortunately, things happened. Mike had to step down. Kyle filled that void for us, knowing that at some point in time, and Kyle brought it to our attention, he was overwhelmed. He needed help. So all along, we were going to look for a director again.
And the exact words from Kyle, was I want to go back to what I was doing before. Every commission member said in here, he said it to all of us. So I don't know what you're saying, Mike, and I do respect you, Mike.
Well,
but
I'm just saying,
I'm
Kyle's a
missing
good
something.
worker. He worked for us for
He's
a lot of
done-
years.
He's done
I don't want to
a
see
terrific job.
here, we want young people to stay in this town.
So you're wanting Kyle to be a director?
Well,
That's what you're saying?
yes,
Okay, all
basically,
right.
and get him some help.
Okay.
Let John help him.
Okay.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
doing, you know what, we're doing just that. Is it up?
Yeah.
Mike,
Well-
you know what, Mike, I want to tell you
No,
something.
his
I
time is
agree
up.
with
She
what you're
My
told
time
saying.
isn't up yet. You took the time.
Look behind you, Mike.
Well, spend it.
I will give you, you know what, we'll give you
Well,
that 2 minutes, or 1 minute, okay?
I mean, the other thing is, John's retired, whatever, he come back to Titusville, and this is, I don't know, what does a job pay?
We're gonna discuss that in just a
Well,
few
and
minutes.
there's certainly a lot
We
of
don't-
people that need a job in Titusville, that John's retired. Nothing against John, nothing against John. You know, if it was somebody else sitting there that's
All right,
retired.
stop, we're done. Your time is up, Mike, thank you.
You know,
Okay.
fuck-
Is there anyone else there? I don't feel it's right to badmouth or bash anybody, and I'm not gonna let it happen.
I'm not bashing anybody.
Stop. Is there anyone else here that would like to comment? Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna make, is there a motion to vote to adjourn into an executive meeting?
Oh,
Okay.
You too.
We're going into an executive meeting regarding personnel.
Because-
We need to discuss.
That's what these people are here for, is it not?
Mayor Evelyn, by law, we can't discuss these people's wages until we set their wage. So
But we
by-
haven't voted on him yet.
Yeah, I just said the way.
We haven't voted on John. We don't know what he's gonna be.
We have to have an executive session,
For a few minutes to discuss
wages.
wages.
Let's
And then-
reorganize
Stop,
first.
ma'am, I'm gonna have you escorted out of here if you continue. Wait just a moment. Now, there was a motion to adjourn. Is there a second to go into an executive session regarding personnel? Thank you, Stephen. All in favor? Aye.
Now, instead of making y'all move, we're gonna go in their office.
Yeah, we're
over
gonna go
there.
in, discuss personnel. We'll be back in here in just a few
Can I
moments.
ask a question?
You bet.
Why, when we go into one of these meetings, you're not to take notes?
That's always the way it
Wait,
is. That's the way
wait
the
a minute,
school
wait.
board is, that's the way the city council is, the way,
So nobody knows except for
that's why it's
us.
executive session.
That's why they're called executive sessions.
I'm just telling you
You
what
got
it
no
is.
record. What time is it?